What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, back out with another review. And yesterday, well, actually at the time of recording this, like 2 days ago, I was able to see a one-day early screening of Good Boy, where I usually see it on Thursdays, which is kind of an early day in and of itself, and I ended up seeing it on a Wednesday. But before we get into actual beginning of the video, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because the one's absolutely free, and to also maybe able to YouTube algorithm, and I recommend the video to more people, and maybe they can join. And do feel free to comment your thoughts on Good Boy down below. With that being said, guys, let's give a quick plot synopsis of the film, shall we? So transition into Zamiya.
Man moves into a new home that has supernatural forces lurking in the shadows. As dark entities start to threaten him, his brave dog comes to the rescue.
Alright, so with Good Boy, this actually premiered at South by Southwest earlier this year, which it had lots of phenomenal reviews. So going into this one, I was excited to check it out because I heard from most early reviews that it was actually really good. So went in, saw it. Let's just get into the actual beginning of the review itself, shall we? Alright, so starting off with the good, we always start off with the good for our movie reviews. The first big thing I gotta think of is the premise. The premise itself is very unique, where it turns the haunted house genre on its head. We all saw that like earlier this year with Presence, where the whole entire movie was from the ghost POV, and this time around it's from the dog's POV of this haunted house. So I thought that was an interesting concept of itself, so I thought that was extra points there for sure. Speaking of the dog in the movie, the main dog actor,
Whose name I believe is Indy, just like the main character in this movie's name is Indy. And he did a really good job where he might be one of the best animal actors. Even though it was funny in the post-credits they said he didn't really act. I thought that was funny.
For a lower budget movie, there's some actually really good camera work in here, which was surprising for me to say, really. So I thought that was an extra plus. Kind of along with that, the camera work, they add this very creepy atmosphere that I totally dug with the movie, where the camera's moving and you're following this dog and wondering if something's gonna pop out or not, which that's a really cool in and of itself, where the last film that sort of did that with me was Longlegs from last year, which I love. So I thought that was really well done. And the runtime itself actually is really good too. It's an hour and 15 minutes, which makes it completely digestible, where once you watch it, you go, okay, yeah, I've had enough for the day. That was definitely a short movie, which I'm happy about, compared to other movies that release nowadays that are like 3 hours or 2.5 hours. So yeah, the runtime was very solid as well. Now, with that being said, let's move on to the mixed aspects of the film. Mixed aspects of the film, which is the parts of the film I'm 50-50 about. And the main one thing about this is the main
Entity that you have in this movie, where I think he is very effective in the movie. However, the design choice still kind of looked a little bit goofy, even though while still was unique. I was very 50-50 on that.
Other than that, that's the only one mixed aspect I have. And now we unfortunately move on to the bad. The first one is how long it takes to get going. Even though the film itself is an hour and 15 minutes, it does kind of feel like an hour and 45-minute movie, with how long it takes building up. Oh, the entity's becoming stronger. Oh, the entity's trying to possess the dog's owner and stuff like that. Where I do think it did certainly take its time to build that up for sure. So it kind of makes the film feel longer than it already is. The main owner character too, I was not a fan of. The real life person's cool, but like the main character that you have taking care of this dog in this movie, I did find to be very unlikable in this, where I'm going, I'm not really a fan of you, sorry. Where he just lashes out at the dog a couple of times throughout the movie, where I was going, you didn't really need to lash out there, buddy. So that kind of made me not like the main human character in this movie. The ending,
I wasn't really that big on either, where it's one of those open to interpretation ending, where I feel like what happened, they could have had a lot more closure in there.
and there's this other plot line in the movie, we've seen it in the trailers, where there's been a past owner of this house that they moved to that is actually the current owner of the dog's son, where I felt like it didn't really fit in the movie. It didn't feel like it was a part of the main story that you have going on in here. But other than that, yes, this movie was really good. Let's bring on the Toxic Meter. And I'm going to give it a B.
And a toxic
It was
goodness.
solid for what it was. It just needed some better pacing overall as a whole. But other than that, yes, it was completely digestible. And I did enjoy myself. And if you're you want to support indie horror, be sure to check this one out when it drops in your local theater. And yeah, as I said before, ladies and gentlemen, that is just my thoughts on Good Boy. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this film down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one. Bye.